Today, we are going to embark on a really vibrant journey through Southeast Asia. It's a region where these ancient, incredible stories are told through things like the flicker of shadow puppets, and where entire communities come together in a beautiful symphony of dance and celebration. Welcome once again to our Special Needs Corner. We're so glad you could join us as we get ready to explore the real heart and soul of this incredible part of the world. So how are we going to unpack this incredible cultural tapestry? Well, here's our plan. We'll start with Chapter 1, the drama of musical plays. Then, in Chapter 2, we'll look at the magic of shadow puppetry. Chapter 3 will cover the power of traditional epics. And in Chapter 4, we'll dive into the energy of some truly vibrant festivals. And to finish it all off, we'll look at the unifying threads that connect all of these amazing art forms. So, let's get started. All right, first up is Chapter 1. Let's step right into the dazzling world of Southeast Asian musical plays, a place where history, religion, and pure spectacle all collide right on stage. And here, we're going to be looking at two really fascinating examples, the Komedya from the Philippines on one side and Hatboy from Vietnam on the other. Now, as we look at this first table, you can see the differences are pretty striking. Let's start with the main theme. Komedya, which has its roots in Spanish colonial influence, often dramatizes conflicts between Christians and Muslims. Hatboy, though, it draws from Vietnam's own rich history and mythology. And that difference in theme really affects their purpose. Komedya is often a form of religious and moral instruction. Hatboy, on the other hand, was traditionally performed for the royal court. And what about the performance style? Well, Komedya is all about action. Think stylized marching and big fight scenes. Hatboy is much more focused on elegant, symbolic movements and really powerful vocal performances. So, what's the key takeaway here? It really all comes down to the visual storytelling. With Komedya, you've got these vibrant, kind of European-inspired costumes that immediately tell you who the heroes and villains are. But with Hatboy, it's the intricate, symbolic makeup that reveals a character's personality and their status before they even say a single word. Okay, moving now from the brightly lit stage, we're going to step into the shadows. Let's explore the enchanting and mystical world of our second chapter, shadow puppetry. Our focus here will be on two totally captivating forms, the Filipino Carillo and the world-renowned Indonesian Wayang Kulit. This next table really highlights the different paths these two art forms have taken. For the main theme, Carillo, a lot like Komedya, shows that influence of Spanish colonization, with stories often drawn from European romances. Wayang Kulit, however, is a testament to the deep, lasting impact of Hinduism in Indonesia. Its stories come from ancient epics like the Ramayana. This difference in origin also shapes their purpose. Carillo is mainly a form of community entertainment, but Wayang Kulit, that's a sacred art form, often performed at religious ceremonies, and it's even seen as a way to connect with the spiritual world. And this right here perfectly captures the heart of the difference in their materials. On one hand, you've got the simple, almost homespun charm of sturdy cardboard Carillo puppets, a real testament to the creativity of local communities. But on the other, you have the exquisite, just otherworldly beauty of the Wayang Kulit puppets, each one a masterpiece of delicately chiseled leather, often passed down through generations. All right, for Chapter 3, let's go even deeper into the cultural DNA of the region. We're going to explore the epic stories that have been passed down for centuries, stories that have shaped the values and identity of entire nations. Here, we'll be comparing two powerful narratives. From the Philippines, the Ilocano epic Biag ni Lam-ang, and from Thailand, their national epic, the Ramakien. As we can see in this table, both of these epics are about heroes and their incredible journeys, but they serve very different purposes. Let's look at the purpose feature. Biag ni Lam-ang is a story that's deeply rooted in the Ilocano culture of the Philippines. It's a way of preserving their unique identity. The Ramakien, however, is a Thai adaptation of the Indian Ramayana, and it's used to teach really important Thai values, like loyalty and the triumph of good over evil. And this difference is reflected in their performance style. Biag ni Lam-ang is a story meant to be heard, passed down orally from person to person. The Ramakien is a story meant to be seen, brought to life through the spectacular masked dance of the Khan. So just try to imagine the difference in that experience. In the Philippines, you might be gathered around a fire, listening to the powerful, resonant echo of a storyteller chanting the adventures of Lam-ang. But in Thailand, you might be in a grand temple, just watching in awe as masked dancers wordlessly act out the epic battles of the Ramakien with silent grace. Both are just incredibly powerful, but in completely different ways. Okay, for Chapter 4, we're moving from the stage and the storyteller's circle right out into the streets. It's time to experience the explosive energy and pure joy of Southeast Asia's vibrant festivals. We'll be looking at two very different but equally incredible celebrations, the Sinulog Festival in the Philippines and the Thingyan Water Festival in Myanmar. As this table shows, both of these festivals are about new beginnings, but they express it in very different ways. The main theme of Sinulog is deeply religious. It's a celebration of the arrival of Christianity in the Philippines. The whole city of Cebu comes alive with the sound of drums and that rhythmic 2 steps forward, 1 step back dance, which is just a moving display of faith. Thingyan, on the other hand, celebrates the Burmese New Year, and its purpose is all about washing away the old and welcoming the new. The streets are filled with people joyfully drenching each other with water in a symbolic act of purification. The audience for both is absolutely massive, involving the whole community. So what's the key sensory experience here? You could almost feel it, right? In the Philippines, it's that pounding, rhythmic beat of the drums, a sound that gets right into your bones and just lifts your spirit. But in Myanmar, it's that cooling, joyful splash of water, a moment of pure, unadulterated fun that washes away all your worries. So, from masked dancers to water fights, we've seen this incredible diversity of cultural expression. But what ties it all together? In our final section, we'll explore the common threads that run through all of these amazing art forms. As you can see, there are 3 key connections. First, they are all what we call integrative arts. And what that really means is they don't just focus on one thing. Instead, they bring together music, dance, visual arts, and drama to create this rich, multi-sensory experience. Second, they're all powerful expressions of cultural values. Whether it's religious devotion or respect for tradition, these art forms give us a real glimpse into what's most important to these societies. And finally, they all have a profound social impact. They bring people together, they strengthen community bonds, and they make sure these traditions get passed down from one generation to the next. And all of this leaves us with a final question to think about. How do the arts in your own community, whether it's a local theater production or a traditional craft or an annual festival, how do they help to preserve and celebrate the values that are most important to you? Thanks for watching. It's been incredible sharing this journey through the art and festivals of Southeast Asia with you. We really hope you've been inspired to learn more about this amazing part of the world. See you in our next video.